like a storefront or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited for it all. Hi, everybody out there. We're just waiting to go live with that other place. There we go. Now everybody's on board. Hello, I am so glad you are here. I'm here with Mary, the illustrious, the creator. And we're going to talk with her in a little bit. But as you know, first, what's going on? So here's what's happening at the store. You're here at the live. I appreciate it. Or you're catching us on the replay. Love you for that. I am adding in some more of these little short lives. So I have been struggling to do an herb one on Thursdays, and on Fridays I'm adding a stone one. I'm going to start pre-recording them while I'm actually in this building. I just think it's going to work better for everybody. So I'll be playing with how to pre-record and broadcast on time. So stay tuned for that. Cross your fingers for me and my tech learning curve. That said, however, tonight, of course, we have Herbalism Year 2. If you're interested in the 3-year program or even just Year 1, it starts in September. And we can work out a payment plan with payments starting in June and ending by the end of August. So with that in mind, join us when you're ready. It's a lot of fun. The other stuff coming up, we've got the Standing Stones coming in to do their class this weekend and next weekend on Saturdays at noon. So they flipped their schedule around. So give me a second here. February, following arrows, Ritual Basics is this weekend. And then which one is on the 22nd? Oh, Auras and Shielding is next weekend on the 22nd. It should be loads of fun. I'm enjoying it. Takes us all the way through February. They're going through June 14th with that class. So come check them out whenever you want. It's completely free. It's their volunteer teaching. Reach out to the community. If you want to go further with them than this class series, there are options with them for that as well. And they'll be in for an interview soon. I'm excited. There'll be some folks from that group. But we have coming up this Sunday on the 16th, we have Reiki 1. If you would like to begin your fabulous Reiki journey, we do traditional Usui Reiki education and initiations. So at the end of that class, you are a Reiki 1 practitioner, and you get to go home and play with all that fabulous energy. But even more exciting than that, as much as I love the Reiki, art opening, Chris Wilson. Yep, this lady whose art you're seeing behind me. Thank you, camera. Love autofocus today. Her art opening is at 3 on Sunday. That is going to be a blast. She is so much fun, and she makes and creates so many wonderful things we have here at the shop. So I will probably be doing a little display of some of her other items beyond the art that you can see on the walls. And you're not seeing my favorite of hers today. My absolute favorite, we'd have to flip everything around for you, is a butterfly with a skull facing a skull, or is it one skull divided between the two wings? I don't know. You have to come and find out. You have to look, take a peek at this art. It's beautiful stuff. And it has been a real pleasure to watch her skill grow in the years that we've had her paintings here. She really is becoming more and more magnificent as an artist every single year. Just beautiful. And for those of you who go, art show, that's expensive, original art. Hers is not expensive. Very affordable. We've got some small pieces up to the things you see on the wall. There is nothing here that hits $200, and there's a lot of choices under $100. So if that's in your price range, come check her stuff out. It's good. That said, what else we got? Oh, and the next weekend, the 22nd, Renee Valois, local author. Oh, I'm so excited for this. She's going to have her book signing, her release party. It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk ghosts. She'll be here next week for the interview. We're going to share ghost stories. This means you're going to find out about my first ghostly encounters, I'm afraid. But, I'll share. Why not? It's fun. There will be a Reiki share on the 23rd. That's Sunday at noon, and Palmistry 101 at 4 p.m. on that Sunday, too, that last Sunday of February. Chris is fantastic. He's amazing with his breadth and depth of palmistry knowledge, and he has a series of 4 classes that he presents in these by donation classes, very much like Nancy Antonucci's Tarot Labs that we have here. You can step in at any time. There is no first class, second class, third class. There are 4 independent classes that each give you a handle, a greater handle on how to read a palm. And he's going to read your palm while you're there. He can't resist. So it's totally worth it. I highly recommend his class. Upcoming stuff early next month. I mentioned Nancy Antonucci's Tarot Lab, always really popular. Even during the Super Bowl, she polled. It was amazing. Next class is the 9th of March. So it's always that same second Sunday. And it's another by donation class. And she's delightful. If you've never taken her class, even if you've never touched a deck, she has loaner decks that you can use during the class. And it's just a couple of exercises that kind of walks you through getting more familiar and comfortable reading your deck. It's a fabulous thing. I mentioned that the Reiki 1 is coming up. The next one, if you can't make this one, is March 16th. And of course, I cannot not mention our fabulous readers. We're going to have some juggling of schedules. So for example, on Saturday, our Saturday reader is on vacation. He won't be in Minnesota at all, I'm afraid. So if you need a reading from him, it will have to be through your psychic attunement only. But those are probably free, I'm guessing. If you can reach him that way, he'll probably do the reading for nothing. And soon, not right away, but very soon, Tracy will be stepping back once again for another medical improvement to her life. And that, again, will take a few months to recover from. So if you did want a reading from Tracy, come in fast. Get here this month, because she will not be here by the end of the month for a few months. And I've been auditioning new readers, so we'll have some exciting announcements there. But for now, Sundays, you can catch Tracy. Mondays, Paul is doing dream interpretations from 2 to 6. Ravenwolf, when he's not on vacation, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 3 to 6. That'll be changing. Tracy's here again on Thursdays from noon to 6. And on Fridays, Winter will be with us for just a few more weeks. And Saturday, not this Saturday, but normal Saturdays, Ravenwolf again from like noon to 2 or so. So that's what's happening. That's what's exciting. I have stuff to show you. One, there'll be new stuff from her, but we're going to start with number 2, which is I got the big book order in from one of our big publishers. This is not a publisher I get to order from on like a weekly basis. There are publishers that just look at our totals for the year and go, you get a good deal because you order all the time. This company doesn't do that, so I have to order a massive amount every single time. They're here. I want to show you some of the new releases. So I've got a cute little pocket Lenormand. So if you've not experienced Lenormand, it's a fun divination system. It is much closer to what my grandmother taught me when she taught me to read playing cards on a rainy afternoon because I was bored from her little hometown in County Cabin back in the old country. They also have, you know I'm going to be fond of this one, a little divination deck, oracle deck called Mushrooms. This is going to be a fun one to look at. Also, they're both mini decks. They're teeny tiny little things. We got back in stock, I have to mention this one because it's my favorite version of this deck, the Wiser Tarot. So this is based on Pamela Colman-Smith's artwork as directed by Waite and Ryder. But I like to say they Americanized the deck. So, and some of the people actually look kind of like Pixie did, the artist. So let me show you, I'll show you the back here so you can actually see. It's not full of just British looking people anymore. It's kind of beautiful that way. Absolutely my favorite version of this deck. Highly recommend. And of course I got a ton in. I always get a ton in and we always run out. I just keep upping how many we get. It's okay. This one, the publisher is super excited about, so I'm curious to see what you guys all think. It's called First Aid for Broken Hearts Tarot. It's kind of a larger box. It's not the big kit-sized box, but kind of a larger thing. Regular size deck, I believe, but decent sized booklet. So it is absolutely meant to help people deal with sorrows and passings and separations and all of those things. So I'll be curious to see who embraces the deck because they think it's going to be huge. I did not get very many copies, I want to tell you now. We also got new hot off the presses from them, the Gothic Witches Oracle. Should be a fun deck as well. And in books, okay, these two are just cute. I couldn't resist them. They are cardboard books, so they are for ostensibly small children, toddlers, preschoolers, kindergartners, right? But I got to show you the Witch's Ladder. You want to know how to do a simple knot spell? Your basic knot magic? This is done as a 1 through 10 counting book. But it's classic by Knot of one dispels the gun. Yeah, you know the words, right? By not of true, my wish comes true. It's all in here. Perfect little witchy counting book. I think it's adorable. And then there is Magic Child, a bedtime ritual. So for anybody who struggles, and I know I did, with no, you have to go to bed now. You need to be in your own room now. We're going to do this now. It's full of ways to ritualize that process so that kids emotionally can get ready for what's coming and prepare themselves so that they're in a better position to actually maybe stay in their room or get out of bed one or two fewer times. Because you know how it is. Some kids are great at that, some kids are not so great at that. So Magical Child, beautiful little book. Other new books that I read. You know what? I couldn't find some of the ones I ordered, so I already know they've sold out. I am so sorry, and I will get more when I can, but I thought Soul Growth Astrology looks really interesting to me because it is about diving deeper into your birth chart to figure out who you are and what your goals are in life. What are your karmic goals? What are the things that will make you happy? What's the position in life that suits you best? And it's a great way of starting to dissect that process. I just think it's fascinating. And then from, I believe, Minnesota's own, correct me if I'm wrong, Barabbas, Mastering the Art of Ritual Magic. So this is a good book that is aimed at ceremonialists and Wiccans alike. You can just generally know and learn more about how you might want to put your own rituals together, including if you're following the cycles of the seasons or the moons. That's in here too, so it's worth a look. I gotta say, there's some really good stuff coming out. And just from this publisher in particular, which by the way is Redwell Weiser, from this publisher in particular, I am noticing what looks to me like a new trend for them and a new way of focusing their business. Many of their newest titles are not coming directly from them. They're distributing them, which I think is interesting. And they seem to be collecting authors from estates, so authors that have recently passed. They have all of Raven Gramassi's writings, for example, many of which were originally published elsewhere. And that's not the only author, but I kept finding that again and again and again. So if there are classic books you're looking for, it might be that they'll be from that publisher from now on, even though they weren't when they first came out. So bear that in mind. And if you're looking for a book that you think has gone out of print, call us, ask us, email us here, and we can let you know if we can get it in for you. No problem. But on to the big part of the show. You know Mary, she's been here before. Yep. We've talked before. We're going to talk about the same stuff again, but it's fun because not everybody has seen her work. So I'm going to show it off. Look at that cute broom. I love this broom.
Little teeny Ulta brooms.
Mm-hmm. A whole bunch of different styles, including one that I like because I like the color combo. But if you like it, I see Maiden Mother Crone there. But if you see a specific holiday, you could always get it and tuck it away until next winter. It could be good. See, there are ones that have a more like a harvesty theme. They're just lovely. I'm now selling the cinnamon sticks. Oh, it's beautiful. So I've got one more over here. She's got most of them over there. Look at this one. Look at that one. Isn't that adorable? With the orange. Oh, fabulous stuff.
And I do hydrate the oranges myself.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's beautiful.
I started doing the oranges while I inherited a dehydrator that was never used. And so I started doing the lemons and the oranges myself. The lemons I didn't do right, so I had to pass those away. But the oranges, yes, and I can just seal them up until I'm ready.
That's beautiful. And you'll get good at the lemons. I have confidence in you. So you've got tea-tail little mini brooms. You've got these small brooms. Mm-hmm. You've got what we call the medium brooms, which are about yay big.
Yes.
And then you've got the big handled brooms that are like 4 feet.
Yes.
Ish. And those are cinnamon brooms.
Yes.
Yeah, they're classically cinnamon brooms. So what inspired you to get into this lovely broom process?
Oh my God. You know, I was doing some reading through my books and realizing I didn't have an altar broom. And I was like, oh, I could make one of those because my brother had given me a little broom, and I was like, oh, let's try with this. And so I made a prototype, and I was like, this is kind of fun. Hey, can you give me some more of these little brooms? And then I found I could order brooms in bulk, and I started ordering them. and oh, look, I can get this in bulk, and I can do this. And I just, you know, and then, you do some, you watch other people's work,
Yeah.
and you kind of glean from what they do.
Mhm.
And you just kind of like going, you know what, I like how this looks. And so when you look at other people's work and you don't want to copy it 100%, but what you want to do is take little bits and pieces that you've learned
Yeah.
and to make it your own.
Be inspired by.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, words are starting to slip. So, but yeah, I'm inspired by some other people's work and just kind of like, oh, I don't have to be just limited to this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it can open up whole new doors. Yes.
Yes, and that's why I started ordering fresh lavender and or dry lavender and wheat and stuff like that. So, and then going with the ribbons and stuff that are on there, the cloth that's on there, that's the recycled cloth that keeps the women from India. It keeps them working.
Yeah.
And what they do is what is this called?
Sorry.
Saris. And what they do is they recycle them and cut them down and then dye them. And for me, for a women-owned business,
Mhm.
you know, if I can support that, I'm going to.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
That's perfect. I love that. And I have to say, we are not 100% women owned anymore, although when everything shakes out, it will be majority women owned. And the other owners are a delightful couple, two gentlemen, and I'm hoping that we can get at least one of them on to introduce you guys to them soon. But I love that this is about, that those ribbons, that silk yarn is about keeping people employed and finding a way to reuse something that really has lost its life and would
Yeah,
have wound up in a dump somewhere.
exactly. Over there, or just, you know, just as garbage. And I try to do that when I can, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's beautiful. I love
just
that.
kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and trying not to be so built in the box. You know?
Yeah, a little more creativity to what
Yes.
you do. I think that pays off. I think that's where inspiration comes from.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah. And I also sit and listen to like Stevie Nicks
Excellent.
down in my little craft room. And I also have my altar and stuff too, and I have my chest of, I have a corner hutch packed full of, I think, every herb I would ever need for spell work.
Nice.
So I have my little altar for my ancestors
Mm-hmm.
over to my left, and then my past is my craft area, but I clean it off and I also do my magic practice there too.
Very nice.
So,
Well, that
yeah.
makes sense.
And then my little broom that I have,
Yeah.
I use that to clean it off because it does need it.
Clean away all of the scraps,
Yep,
all of the energy, reset for a new thing.
exactly,
Love
exactly.
brooms.
And I do, you know, when I do this, before I start crafting, I always burn incense beforehand.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I burn either dragon blood or like a regular sage, not white sage,
Not white
because that's just for, that's gonna be special for special things.
Mm.
Just to clear the atmosphere out of my little area.
Yeah.
And then I have, you know, and I have it closed. And it was funny, the other night I was down there practicing, and I was not listening to music. I had my phone and I was watching, I like Bigfoot stuff, so I was watching the show on Discovery. And on my phone, and all of a sudden the phone just shut right off. And I'm like, oh, do we want to listen to music now?
Perry, not enough Stevie Nicks.
Exactly. So, yeah, and then we talked some Tom Petty, and music does inspire me too.
Yeah.
So,
I just get you in that groove.
Yeah.
Get you in the right place mentally and emotionally, and
yeah.
it makes everything flow physically, I think, better. Because
Yes.
music you like, you're just more comfortable in your own body suddenly.
Yeah, and you're in your own space, and it just kind of like you just, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, I could use this color. You know, but something that's sitting over to the side, you're right, I'm never going to use that color. All of a sudden, it just pops out at you.
Yeah, it's the right moment. It does go.
So I love brooms.
Yeah, I do think rooms are valuable for just clearing out whatever was there before. If you're gonna do a ritual, or you're having people, even if you're just having friends over to play games or, watch a movie or chat or something, It just helps, I think, to reset the space.
And sometimes, if you're, oh, an empath, you really need to clear out that energy. Because when people leave, like if you have people come in and they're carrying negative energy with them and they don't even know it, it stays in the house.
Yep.
And so using the brooms, is a good way to do that. If you're not gonna go around and sage and feather and clean everything, the brooms help.
They do.
Also keeping, like the big brooms that I make, you can also put those over your front door. That's gonna help trap
Yep.
a lot of the, negative energy that could be in.
Before it even gets into the
Yeah.
door, it helps. Yeah, it really does. And there are the tiny little mini brooms are great in the car, just as a little protection there to get any negativity away there.
Yep.
And then, yeah, those, the two other, the little altar brooms that we've been showing you, and then the ones that are slightly larger.
Which is for bigger altars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sold out of.
Oh, okay.
Clearly,
I have more
sold out
of those to make.
Excellent. So they're coming.
Okay.
We're sold out of the minis too, by the way. We have one of these left.
Oh my, oh, I gotta get moving. And now, and I need to apologize to everyone that have, been waiting for my stuff to come in. The winter after Christmas and Yule and everything, and it's the Minnesota winter blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kinda hit a patch of that, and, when Liz got a hold, or I reached out to Liz, and then she got a hold of me, and she was like, this and this and this, I was like, oh, I haven't done anything in 6 weeks down there, I already get the cobwebs up and start firing everything up again, and so I did a good cleansing of the house,
Oh, good.
of myself, and, did a ritual shower,
Nice.
because you just cleansing, just kind of get this icky funk out.
Standing under a waterfall, whether it's in your house or outdoors, is a beautiful thing.
Exactly, and, yeah, and all of a sudden, it's like, the lights came on again, and I started, I did a few small spells for friends that had asked me,
Nice.
because I've learned that if you're doing something for a friend, even if they don't know about it, you kind of gotta ask them first, because the last time I did one without, I burned the heck out of my hand.
Oh.
So, it's kind of nice to ask them first, so I did some for sleep for people.
Nice.
And, because they were having a hard time sleeping. But yeah, so anyway, and then I got back down there and I was like, oh, I gotta get moving on this stuff, and yeah.
And here we are. We have a new supply of the smaller altar brooms. They're
Yes.
fantastic. Everyone is unique. Everyone is its own piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
So bear that in mind as you're looking, because if you see one you love, get it. Because there won't be another one like it.
No, I don't duplicate.
Yeah.
They're all individually just kind of, okay, I get a broom and I get this vision that'll pop in my head as to how you want it to be.
This also means, by the way, if you choose to order these online, you're going to let fate choose which one you get. Because there's no guarantee which ones we'll have.
No.
So we pick one we think is pretty and seems to fit, and that's what we ship.
Yeah,
So,
you can ask, just say, if you want to place an order for one.
yeah,
Say, can I get one with, I'm losing my,
it's okay. You want one with a cinnamon stick, or you
Or
want
you-
one with citrine.
yeah, or something like that, or a special stone on there. Just let Liz know.
Yeah.
And then she can let me know, or I do have a website, not a website, but I do have an email now.
Yeah.
It's witches3minnesota.com,
Nice.
or no, witches3minnesota@gmail.com. You can email me directly, I'm Mary, and, you can ask, and then, you can place the order through this, and then I'll make it, and then she'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, we're gonna ship out to you, no problem.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah.
You also make other things besides brooms, though. You
Oh,
make
yes.
witches bells.
I make witches bells, and a lot of people don't understand what they are. A lot of people see them on, Amazon, for like $5. You'll see, the kits to make them yourself, which is cool. I'm not gonna knock those. But these I make, and then I bless them. And what they are for protection, it goes along the lines of the big broom and the negative energy. This is going to trap any negative stuff from coming into the house.
Yep.
That's the purpose. And I have a few here. I used to validate.
Oh,
This
that's
one
so
hangs from the
cute.
top.
That's so
You know,
adorable.
And what they do is fairly open.
Yeah, no, the bells are reputed to, that noise scares off anything negative.
Yes.
So the noise, the bells alone are something to scare away negativity, but you've got other things on there. That's a cute new style, I like that.
Thank you. And I put stones over on it.
Yeah, it almost looks like a nice spring wreath because the stones actually look like flowers to me.
Yeah,
That's colorful.
yeah, and I didn't do this on purpose. I started off doing it regular, then all of a sudden it just tipped. I went with it because obviously somebody's trying to tell me something.
Exactly.
So then I also put a key on almost every single one. I try to put real stones. Now these are real stones in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then bells, obviously, because of it jingles. I'll put eggshells on here for protection.
Nice.
And I'll seal. And here's some silver things to make it look pretty. And then also I give you now.
This is a new addition.
This
So
is
you
a new
already
addition.
had one.
Yes.
You did not get this. I'm sorry, but
No.
from now on.
I did some research and I found online a little instruction as to what you're supposed to do for your bells.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll just read this to you. The bells you received are handmade and they are blessed with positive energy and intention, and they're used for protection. So it gives you an idea what they're for. You hang the bells on your front door to ward off any negative energy. Before using them, you hold them in your hands and close your eyes. You visualize your home filled with positivity and joy, free from harm and evil. And as you hang them up, say a small incantation, such as, with this chime, I bring divine protection. May this home be filled with love and peace and direction. So just something simple, but yeah. And other styles too. Now this is something that you would hang up higher.
Yep. Like this could go, my front door has a little porch attached to it, so this could go in the ceiling of the porch.
Yes.
It would be ideal.
These, if you have little hooks on your door, like we have those little 3M hooky things, to go on your front door for this one. This one.
Then you can hang it, yeah, you can hang it on the, with the wreath.
Yep, with the
On the
wreath
door
like this on the
itself.
door.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about the silk has a tendency to shed a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
And then I also do a little tag too with my seal.
There's that lovely tag.
And they all come with the bag too. And then I also have this tag. Now, this is the type that I have at home because it fits actually on the door handle itself.
So this is sort of like the first version of these. This is like the OG version of a witch bell. You just stick it on the doorknob, for which you need a soft, flexible wreath.
Right, it's this way, it'll stretch over the door and fit, and it'll just hang around the door itself. Okay? Now, it doesn't have as much elaborate decorations on it, because it just goes on the door handle itself.
Yeah.
Now, on some of these, I started doing, I have protection oil. I think it's this, yeah. It's just like powers. And I have
Okay.
some little things in there that
Very nice.
you can just open it up and then use the oil if you wish.
Give yourself a little drop when you need it.
Yep, and you can also, light your candles with it too.
Very good.
So because you don't get all the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll just put some stuff in there.
I like that.
The bells change up, it depends what I can get for in stock. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a new style bell for us here. We've had a Tibetan style and what I would call little gold jingle bells.
Yep.
And they've been lovely, but these are cool too.
Yeah, it's just something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also like the fact that these go over a doorknob because it's great to have on your front door or at your front door,
Mhm.
but this could go in the doorknob to your ritual space.
Yes.
Someplace you want to give extra protection to.
Yes.
This would work just fine.
If I have a friend that hang up in their bedroom,
Yeah.
you know, if you have Paxo, as a friend of mine does, she said, I'm down to just a couple of bills. No, I was kind of going, well, we can pay it.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a good reason to buy that first one I showed you. It hangs up a little too high for the kitties to reach from a ceiling.
yes.
Mind you, that means don't put it near the bookcases or anything else they can get on top of.
It'll wind around TikTok.
We'll both tag you, it'll be good.
Yes. So that's my journey, and it has actually been back to the knot stuff.
Yeah.
I actually do that when I knock things off the strings.
Oh, very cool.
For every single knot, I do that.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah, just
Yeah.
as a little extra.
Little more energy, a little more positivity,
Yeah.
and empowerment. I think
Yes,
really what
yes.
you're doing with that is you're imbuing it with power that you're going to use when you get it. You're
Yes.
going to be able to just tap into that little well and know it's there for you and refill it when you need to too.
Exactly, and then now I've had a couple people with my prototypes,
Yeah.
a couple of things have fallen off. What that's telling me is that it did its work.
Yes. Yeah.
So don't be afraid if something does, you can
Yes.
sew back on
Yeah.
or
Give it a little blessing and put it, reattach it.
Yep.
It'll be just
it'll be
fine.
fine, but if something does fall off, do not fear.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's actually a good sign.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when I have clients, herbal clients, and we've worked out a formula for them, some sort of tea,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm able to look at them and go, okay, there's an herb in here that you think tastes just fine today, but it does not. It's nasty, it's bitter, it's awful, and there will be a magical day when you will take that tea and you will make that tea and you will sip that first sip of that tea and you will go, ew, what is this? What? And that is your graduation day from that herb. This means that herb has done its job in your body.
Yes.
And it's time to get a new formula because we're probably not done with your healing journey, but we're done with that phase of your healing journey. And that's a huge victory.
Exactly,
Yes.
yes.
It's very much the same principle. That's the same idea.
Yeah, same idea. And, my thing is, because I know there's a lot of people out there that have had challenging life with partners
Mm-hmm.
in the past, and that extra thing of protection, it doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
I have a family member who has one because of that situation, and nothing negative comes through her
Oh, that's good.
ever. And I've noticed that since I've had with my daughters, front and back, that we don't have it either.
Nice.
It's like people kind of avoid coming.
Perfect.
That I don't want.
Yeah, if their intent is not good, they just don't want to be in the space. And
Yeah.
that's the positive change you want to see,
Yes.
honestly. Yeah. And we should mention, because we're coming up on the hard end time for us,
Okay.
there are two other things that you make, however.
Oh.
One of which has been made fun of, just not yours specifically, but just generally, by a delightful British witch who I occasionally watch. She just loves to say, Yule balls, because you make those witch balls.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And that is how she makes fun of them. She calls them Yule balls.
I do make those, and what I do is, I envision, it comes to me,
Mm-hmm.
and what I do is I just make it accordingly, what I feel that this is going to need. I don't know who it's gonna go to, I don't know who's gonna purchase it, but what you do is you hang them in the window, they're a glass or a plastic clear bowl, and
You fill them, you have filled them.
I fill them with things. And, including oils and cinnamon, and sometimes I'll put a spell in there too.
Nice.
With all the herbs and everything mixed together, and just pour it in there, seal it up,
Mhm.
and then
There's usually wax involved and you're sealing it up. For
Always,
Yeah.
always.
Okay.
and then you just hang it up in the window, and what it's supposed to do is anything that's coming through the window, wanting to get into your house, this is supposed to trap those evil spirits from entering.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're beautiful, they're delightful, and we absolutely sold out in December
Oh, okay.
because I think people bought them for their holidays as
Okay,
well as
yeah.
for that protective nature. So I think they wound up on a lot of people's Yule trees is what I actually think happened. Now they might be hanging in a window now.
Right.
Now that we're past that, we're into the in-bulk part of the year. And by the way, if you celebrate, yay, catch that spark. But they're absolutely gorgeous. People love them. And it's just such an innocuous, it's just a little decorative piece that you put in your window. It's beautiful.
And people might even think, because, a lot of times I'll put moss and stuff in there, oh, look at a little terrarium. So if you have something that comes over that doesn't know that you're bewitched,
I don't know, they're leaning a little witchy maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kind of look at, oh, look at that, that's interesting. Yes, it is. Thank you.
I found it at a fair, at a little shop somewhere, and I just loved it. I picked it up right away.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
yeah, and then, this has really helped me, believe this or not, grow within my own magic practice,
Very nice.
making these.
Yeah, because you're always like, at first at least, I'm sure, always double checking, okay, this herb is for this, and I want to do this kind of magical work, so what other herbs can I add? And so you're constantly reviewing information that you probably have, but not necessarily right at the tip of your brain all the time.
Exactly. You know, there's always that one item that you might not have. Okay, what can I use in replace of that, or
Yep.
instead of?
Yep. So yeah, for example, right now, here at the shop, no matter what I do, for love nor money, I cannot keep rue herb in stock. Strangely enough, since, I don't know, late November, I get it in, it leaves. I get it in, it leaves. Ounce by ounce, I'm telling you, people generally buy 1 or 2 ounces at a time and it just goes. There's a couple of other pieces like that too. Like I'm having a hard time with black candles at the moment. We have black votives,
Okay, but
but
they still work too. And if you're super, super hard at, birthday candles work.
yes, they do.
You know, it would just be a very short little.
Which could be great if what you want to do is meditate for the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a great timer candle for if you're just getting into magic working
Yes.
and you want to stay focused and concentrated on something, do it for the duration of a birthday candle.
Mhm.
You can't ask for a better timer.
No.
That's nice and short.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There is something else though that you make. We did the brooms, we did
Brooms.
we did the witch balls,
The
uniballs,
the big rooms, medium rooms, teeny rooms. Oh, the little hats.
Little hats.
The little witch hats.
We have one left. It's on the storefront. One in stock right now. It's
They're
adorable.
cute. They're just little felt hats, and I never heard of them. And I will either sew or glue on a string so you can hang it from your rear of your mirror if you want. They're just a novel pad that you can put on your desk, on your computer. You can put on a little stuffy.
Yep. So if you're ready to go beyond the don't tell anybody stage, you're like, yep, people can know this is your thing. Again, I think we sold out because people put them on their trees in December. I think that's why we only have one left. And the one we have left, no string. This never had a string. Because originally some had strings and some did not. This one doesn't happen to have a string. But it's adorable. It's purple. It's got a little silver spider at the top. It's got some trailing feathers. And they're all kind of like that. They're all kind of decorated really cute.
Yeah,
with
all
some
different.
with some stuff that might hang off the brim and be adorable. And I would say, yeah, big enough for like a small doll.
Yeah,
Probably too big for a Barbie, but
Yeah.
a little stuffed doll, it would be perfect on.
definitely, definitely.
I'd recommend it for that.
Yeah, I didn't realize all that stuff was going, so
Yeah.
good to know.
Yes.
So thank you, everyone who's buying.
It's a beautiful thing. And we are running out of time. So I'm going to say, let's see, the secret word is brooms. Brooms will be the secret
Brooms.
word. I will text Liz, not this Liz, the other Liz, and Adam, and let them know brooms is the secret word for the rest of the week. And hopefully we'll see you all again. Hopefully I'll do Irby Thursday tomorrow. We'll see. And then we're starting Stoned Friday.
I like that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think I might have not done it correctly, but I think I recorded the first one a little earlier today. It's on Angelite. So if you see one on Angelite before Friday, oh my goodness, let me know. Because it means I completely misunderstood the instructions with our StreamYard program that we use for all this stuff. And that's okay. I'll redo it. It's not a big deal. But hopefully that one's out on Friday.
And then I'll probably save this and put this onto the TikTok, and that way, just so people can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And of course, we'll be doing the TikTok and the Blue Sky probably by 1. It's just a daily habit. So look for us on all the socials. Look for Mary on the socials. Where can they find you on TikTok?
On TikTok, I'm Mary J. Otherwise, I'm also at half, but with the A word instead. Okay, 13. And because it's a long story. Long story. I lost half of it. Anyway, Yes, you can find me on TikTok there. Go ahead and follow me. I don't do a lot of posting, but I'm starting to
What you
do more. I'm starting to get, my husband has a tripod stuff for me now, so
Nice.
I just have to get out of my comfort zone
Very
and
nice.
do my videos.
Do more. Excellent. I love that. We're starting to actually do some of the magic work on the TikToks, so take a look there and on the Blue Skies. We are always going to be at Megas Books and Herbs on all the platforms. That is how to find us.
Mhm.
With that, though, I wish you all a wonderful week and blessed be.